Hi everyone and welcome to another card tutorial. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make not one, not two, but 3 cards. I'm using 1 stamp set, 2 dies, and I'm going to make 3 different cards, ranging from kind of simple to a little bit more detailed. I'm going to use the Halloween outline die, the Batty dies, and also I'm going to use one of these bats from the Boo Crew stamp set by Simon Says Stamp. I'm going to start off with 3 card bases. These are Nina Solar white card bases, and I am going to measure out about 1.25 inches from each side of the card. And I'm gonna make a kind of vertical band, a blended vertical band just across. So it's very similar to the layout of the card I did a couple of weeks ago. However, I'm gonna use more dies and very much different colors, but that also shows the kind of versatility of using a very similar layout to multiple different cards. I'm here kind of just measuring up little dots at the top and the bottom of the card base, and this is where I'm going to line up my tape. So I'm not running the pen straight down just like I did there, which I then erase, because just making those little marks, I actually really don't need to erase anything afterwards. I'm going to line that up. That is a T-square ruler. They are awesome to make straight, like 90-degree lines. It makes things very much easier. I'm then using my Tisa kind of tape, called painter's tape. That's the word. I needed to pick up another roll. And I'm gonna just mark off the sides. You really don't need both of the tapes, but I just wanted to make sure that I didn't get any ink on top of the rest of the card, because I really like that, having that color in the middle and that stark white on the sides. Then I'm going to do some blending. On my first card I am using LILAC on that. It is a distress ink. All the inks I'm using today is distress inks. Those are the ones I have the most colors of, so that is what I am playing with. And lavender, shaded lilac, that's the word. I had it just across my eye here. And I'm topping the top of that, and I'm going to go in with the darker ink at the bottom, and I ended up actually choosing to go with the blueprint blueprint sketch, because I really like that blue, and it really matches well with the shaded lilac. The shaded lilac is much more blue than purple. It wasn't until I actually got it on the cardstock that I realized that. Then I'm going to use some glue to adhere the outline. So the outlines are cut out with my die cutting machine. I have a big shot from some black Simon Says Stamp cardstock, and then also the kind of back thing that you also get as a die is cut out in the same white cardstock at the card base. So that is Nina Solar White 80 pound. I do that because I really love having the white on white that is the same white tone. To add that little middle thing in the A, I drop down the big A without any glue, and then I add the glue on top of the little thing. I add that into the middle, and then when I carefully peel that A, the bigger A up, holding down the middle A with my tweezers, I get a pretty perfect placement of that middle thing. And I do the same on the little O to get that perfect placement of the circle. And here I actually added the glue. They were already sitting together, so I added the glue just to the inner edge, and then I removed the inner piece, and there you have the sentiment. Pretty easy. And I'm using the edge of those tweezers just to remove some extra glue there on the edge. And then I added glue on the back side of the bat. This makes it a little bit easier to move it around to make it fit perfectly, and that is also in Simon Says Stamp black and some Nina Solar white. I'm using some 3M foam tape to back off my little bat. I have been calling those butterflies, they are bats, I'm sorry, and the sentiment, and then I'm just gonna place them in the middle of that little bar. I don't really mind that it feels like they are floating, because the bat is supposed to be floating, it's flying. And that is the first card of them. Very simple, very clean, and not so much. So my second card here, I'm gonna add a little bit more details to that card. I'm starting off with the same kind of blending. This time I'm using the milled lavender and the wilted violet. Now the milled lavender is a beautiful purple, however it is very light. I was planning to use Dusty Concord at the bottom, and then you have the same kind of purple tone. However, I kind of forgot that, and I just picked up the wilted violet and I started to blending, and then I just realized, oh gosh, this wasn't the color I was supposed to use. Well, what do we do? Because this blend will not work. I felt it was a little bit too different. So what I'm doing after I realized that this doesn't work is that I just took the decision to actually just blend straight across with my wilted violet, because yeah, it didn't look good. However, as you see, because the inks have transparency, you get that milled lavender kind of in the background, and you get a pretty beautiful purple. So I really liked the end result though. I really did. To finish the middle part off, I am going to use some black gouache. This is Artisa gouache. I've been playing around artsy-fartsy with some gouache lately. So I picked up the gouache. You really don't need that much. You just need a little bit, add a little bit of water to get a little bit creamier so that it splatters better, and then you're done. I really like the gouache because it is a matte. It would dry matte, and that kind of helps to bring together the black into the rest of it. You can also use like inks and stuff, but I don't know, the gouache pops a whole other way than the ink does. Then I have another one of those Halloween and bats, the same cardstock, same Simon Says Stamp black cardstock and Nina white, and then I'm going to use some VersaFine ONYX black to stamp my little bat, not a butterfly, it's still a bat. And just I kept them there to kind of get some kind of placement. I'm using 3 little bats. And it keeps with, it's VersaFine ONYX black is a very black ink, and it helped with the blackness, with the gouache blackness, which is also very black. And to finish these off, I am using some more foam tape, just layering. This gives it a natural shadow around the white and help it kind of stand out from the white in the cardstock just slightly more. So that is card number 2. For card number 3, we're mixing it up a little bit because it's glitter, all the glitter. Want it to be a little bit of a glam Halloween. Still the same really simple card. I am using Wilted Violet at the top, Dusty Concord in the middle, and Black Soot towards the end. It's a very simple blend. It is a beautiful Halloweeny purplish blend. I really like it. And then that is basically it for that vertical strip. Now, when you blend on cardstock, you will leave wet ink. So I actually went and sat down for like 2 hours or something, and then came back after I did this blend so that the card was completely dry because I'm going to do some embossing on it. You could use your heat tool and such if you wanted to go faster. However, you do want to kind of experiment and see that it actually dried. However, waiting for 2 hours, it was really dry, so I didn't really have to try it out. I'm using some embossing Batty powder to just remove static, and in case there's any kind of little wetness somewhere, I don't have to worry about it. I'm using Versamark ink, which is a very, very sticky ink, which is really, really good for embossing because the embossing powder will stick to the ink and not to the paper. That is also why you have that little powder tool. I use the EK Success powder tool, but there are embossing buddies and such stuff like that you can use to remove static so that the embossing powder doesn't get stuck on the rest. And then I'm taking this little spoon and my black glitter embossing powder. This is Whispers, but it's extremely similar to the Ranger one. So I've linked the Ranger down below because I don't think you can get the Whispers anywhere. However, embossing powder keep for a very long time. So yeah, that is good. I have a lot of them. I really shouldn't use them more. And then I just use my heat tool and heat up the little bats, not butterflies, bats. And there you have the glitter. Then I added some glitter cardstock onto the, instead of the black Simon Says Stamp cardstock for the die cuts. This is Paper Mania black cardstock. However, I have linked Simon Says Stamp in the bottom because I don't think Paper Mania make this anymore. But yeah, so that is the last card. That's all the 3 cards of them. Do you like them? If you do, please thumbs this video up. I would really, really appreciate it. Tell me in the comment section which one is your favorite. Would you have done something different? I'm hoping to get out more Halloween videos for you in the upcoming weeks, but until then, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comment down below. Down below you find all the details and links to all the supplies. If you want to see more like this, hit that subscribe button, and thank you again for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!